Welcome to Rare Coin Insights. Did you know that the change in your pocket could be worth thousands, or even more? Two incredibly rare coins are out there, and one of them has sold for over $100,000. What if I told you that a simple, unassuming nickel in your pocket, a coin you've probably handled hundreds of times without a second thought, could hold secrets worth not just hundreds, not just thousands, but potentially millions of dollars? Yes, we're talking about the 1958 Jefferson nickel, a coin that hides an incredible story, historical intrigue, and even mysteries that still baffle collectors today. It might look like any ordinary 5-cent piece, but what lies beneath the surface could change how you look at loose change forever. Is there a rare version of the 1958 nickel that's worth a life-changing amount of money? Could you, right now, unknowingly have one in your coin jar or pocket? And what makes this particular nickel stand out from the billions of coins minted around it? Today, we're going on a journey through history, design, and a treasure hunt for one of the most sought-after coins in US numismatics. By the end of this video, you'll understand why collectors are racing to find one of these hidden gems, and you might just start your own hunt. Let's dive in. The 1958 Jefferson nickel was minted during a fascinating era in American history. Picture this: the late 1950s were a time of booming diners, iconic jukebox tunes, and pocket change jingling in the hands of millions. The Jefferson nickel, designed by Felix Schlag, was already a familiar sight by then. First introduced in 1938, it replaced the Buffalo nickel and featured a distinguished portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the front and the historic Monticello on the back. By 1958, the U.S. Mint was churning out coins in staggering numbers to keep up with the demands of a post-war economy. Over 17 million nickels were struck at the Philadelphia Mint and a mind-boggling 168 million at the Denver Mint. Yet, despite these large numbers, some coins from this year have sparked intense debates and relentless searches among collectors. Why? Because even though the 1958 nickel appears ordinary at first glance, hidden among these millions are coins so rare, so valuable, that they've become the holy grail of Jefferson nickels. And here's the kicker: many of these coins might still be out there, unnoticed, hiding in plain sight. What makes the 1958 Jefferson nickel special? To answer that, we need to look closer, much closer, at its design and details. The Jefferson nickel is known for its simple yet elegant design, but as with all great things, the devil is in the details. Let's start with the obverse, or the front of the coin. Thomas Jefferson's profile is bold and unmistakable, with intricate details in his hair and facial features. On the reverse, we see Monticello, Jefferson's iconic home, complete with columns and steps leading up to its grand facade. But here's where things get interesting. Not all Monticellos are created equal. For collectors, the most sought-after nickels are those with what's called full steps on the Monticello. This means the steps leading up to the building are perfectly struck, with no breaks or wear. Achieving a full steps designation is rare because even minor imperfections in the minting process can obscure these fine details. And here's a twist: not all 1958 nickels are created equal either. While most are standard issue coins, a handful of errors and anomalies have turned otherwise common nickels into treasures worth thousands, or more. Now, let's talk about errors and varieties, the stuff of legends in the world of numismatics. Error coins are coins that have mistakes made during the minting process, and in some cases, these errors can dramatically increase a coin's value. For the 1958 nickel, there are reports of double dies, where the design appears to be struck twice, creating a ghostly, shadowed effect. Then there are off-center strikes, where the design is misaligned, and repunched mint marks, where the D from the Denver Mint appears to have been stamped multiple times. But the most exciting error of them all, that's a mystery we're saving for just a bit later, so keep watching. Some of these error coins have fetched jaw-dropping prices at auction. One rare variety of the 1958 nickel sold for tens of thousands of dollars, and others have been valued even higher, depending on their condition and the prominence of the error. Imagine holding a nickel worth more than a new car, or even a house. Now imagine it's worth so much that you could retire on it. Could it be that the rarest and most valuable 1958 nickel hasn't even been discovered yet? So, how can you tell if your 1958 nickel is one of these incredible finds? Let's break it down. First, start by checking the coin's overall condition. Coins that have been circulated heavily will show wear, while uncirculated coins, ones that have been kept in pristine condition, are far more valuable. Use a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe to inspect the details, particularly the steps on Monticello. Remember, full steps can mean the difference between a coin worth a few cents and one worth thousands. Next, examine the coin for any signs of errors. Look for doubling in the lettering or design elements, check the alignment of the strike, and inspect the mint mark for signs of repunching. Resources like the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, can help you determine the exact value and grade of your coin. And here's the exciting part, even if your 1958 nickel doesn't have any major errors, it could still be valuable if it's in exceptional condition. High-grade coins, those that are nearly flawless, are always in demand among collectors, but let's circle back to the mystery of the 1958 nickel. There's an intriguing story that has left collectors scratching their heads for decades. Some believe that a rare, undocumented variety of the 1958 nickel exists, one that could be worth millions. The details are hazy, and the evidence is scarce, but whispers of this elusive coin have fueled endless speculation and relentless searches. Could it be that this legendary coin is still out there, hiding in a collection, a coin jar, or even a dusty corner of a forgotten drawer? If so, it would be the ultimate treasure, a once-in-a-lifetime discovery that could make history, and make someone very, very rich. The 1958 nickel might be a humble piece of currency, but its story is anything but ordinary. It's a reminder that even the smallest, most overlooked objects can hold incredible value, both financially and historically. So, the next time you're digging through your change, take a closer look. You never know what treasures might be hiding in plain sight, and if you've ever found a rare coin or have a 1958 nickel in your possession, we want to hear your story. Leave a comment below and share your discoveries, subscribe to the channel for more tales of hidden treasures, and don't forget to like this video and turn on notifications. You never know, our next story might just lead you to your own life-changing find. Could the rarest 1958 nickel still be out there, waiting to be found? The answer might surprise you. Keep searching, and who knows? That nickel in your pocket could be the one that makes history. The 1979 US nickel. 5 cents. A small, unassuming piece of metal that most of us would pass over without a second thought. But what if I told you that this humble coin could be worth thousands, maybe even hundreds of thousands of dollars? Yes, you heard that right. In today's video, we're going to uncover the mystery, the rarity, and the sheer allure of the 1979 US nickel. From fascinating errors to astronomical auction results, this seemingly ordinary coin has collectors across the world scrambling to find its secrets. So, before you toss away that loose change, sit back and watch closely, because by the end of this video, you might just realize that you've been holding a fortune in your pocket this whole time. Let's start by rewinding the clock a little, back to the origins of the Jefferson nickel. First introduced in 1938, this coin was designed by the German-American sculptor Felix Schlag, whose depiction of President Thomas Jefferson on the obverse, or heads, side, became iconic. The reverse features Monticello, Jefferson's Virginia home, with its elegant neoclassical design. Over the decades, this design became a staple of American currency, ordinary, reliable, and ubiquitous. But by 1979, things were shifting in the world of coin production. The late 1970s saw a surge in demand for coins, driven by economic changes and population growth. To meet the demand, the U.S. Mint in Philadelphia and Denver ramped up their production efforts. The coins were churned out by the millions, destined for circulation across the country. By all accounts, the 1979 nickel seemed destined to be just another piece of pocket change, but not all nickels are created equal. Amid the mass production, something unusual happened. A select few nickels were struck with peculiar features, anomalies that would spark intrigue among collectors for decades to come. What exactly went wrong? Or perhaps, what went right? Could it be that these anomalies were intentional? These are the questions that keep coin experts up at night. And let me tell you, the answers are nothing short of astonishing. So, what exactly makes the 1979 nickel so special? First, let's talk about minting errors, those small, often accidental mistakes that can turn an everyday coin into a rare and valuable treasure. In the case of the 1979 nickel, there are a few key errors to look for. The first is the double die obverse. This occurs when the coin's design is struck more than once, causing certain details to appear doubled. On a 1979 nickel, this might mean that Jefferson's face, the lettering, or even Monticello itself appears slightly duplicated. To the untrained eye, it might look like a simple smudge or blur, but to a collector, it's a golden ticket. Then there are the off-center strikes. Imagine a coin where the design is shifted to one side, leaving a blank crescent of metal. These coins are unmistakably unique and highly sought after. Combine this with die cracks, tiny fractures that can create unusual lines or patterns on the coin's surface, and you have a recipe for something truly special. But wait, there's more. The 1979 nickel also saw its fair share of mint mark anomalies. Mint marks are small letters indicating where a coin was produced, P for Philadelphia, D for Denver, and so on. Some 1979 nickels have faint or even missing mint marks, a rarity that collectors dream of finding. Others feature misplaced mint marks, with the letters appearing slightly off-center or at an unusual angle. And let's not forget about high-grade specimens. Most coins in circulation show signs of wear, scratches, dents, and smudges from years of use. But every now and then, a coin emerges in pristine condition, as though it was struck yesterday. These high-grade 1979 nickels, especially when certified by grading services like PCGS or NGC, can fetch jaw-dropping prices at auction. Imagine this: you're rummaging through your loose change when you spot a 1979 nickel. At first glance, it seems ordinary. But upon closer inspection, you notice a subtle doubling on Jefferson's portrait or a faint crack running across Monticello. Suddenly, you're not holding a nickel, you're holding a potential treasure worth thousands, maybe even tens of thousands of dollars. And the best part? These coins could be hiding anywhere, in your wallet, your coin jar, or even that forgotten drawer in your kitchen. The allure of the 1979 nickel doesn't stop with its features. This coin has sparked a frenzy among collectors, with auctions showcasing some truly incredible sales. A pristine, high-grade example of the 1979 nickel with a rare error can command astonishing prices. We're talking thousands of dollars for a coin that once bought a stick of gum. Imagine the thrill of discovering such a treasure in your pocket change. These sales are not just about the money, they're a testament to the coin's unique place in history and the excitement of uncovering something rare. But here's where things get even more intriguing. Why are these nickels so rare? Was there something unusual about the minting process in 1979? Some experts speculate that the errors were the result of rushed production or outdated equipment at the US Mint. Others wonder if these anomalies were intentional, a sort of experiment or test that inadvertently created a collector's dream. And what about the possibility of undiscovered varieties? Could there be even more rare 1979 nickels out there, waiting to be found? The mystery adds a layer of excitement to the hunt. Now, let's talk about how you can join the search. If you want to identify a valuable 1979 nickel, you'll need a few tools: a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe to inspect the details, a digital scale to check the coin's weight, and a good coin guide to help you spot key features. Start by examining the mint mark. Is it faint, missing, or oddly placed? Then look for signs of doubling on the lettering or design. Check for cracks, misstrikes, or other unusual features. And don't forget to evaluate the coin's overall condition. A clean, uncirculated 1979 nickel with sharp details could be worth significantly more than a worn example. Once you've identified a potential treasure, consider having it professionally graded. Services like PCGS and NGC can provide an official grade, which not only confirms the coin's authenticity but also boosts its market value. And if you're looking to sell, keep an eye on major coin auctions or online platforms like eBay. Who knows? That 5-cent piece could turn into a 5-figure payday. As we wrap up, let's take a moment to reflect on the incredible journey of the 1979 nickel. From its humble beginnings at the US Mint to its rise as a collector's treasure, this coin is a reminder that even the smallest objects can hold remarkable stories. Whether it's a rare error, a historical artifact, or just a fascinating quirk of minting, the 1979 nickel continues to captivate and inspire. But before you go, here's one final thought to leave you with. What if there's a version of the 1979 nickel that's so rare, so valuable, that it's practically a legend? Could it exist? And if so, could it be hiding in plain sight? To find out, click on our next video and join us as we uncover the rarest and most elusive coins ever struck by the US Mint. You won't want to miss it. Until next time, happy hunting, and remember, every coin has a story.